doubt that has helped his farm. I mean, overall, what is he sitting at? About 354. Actually, it's a very even spread here now. Look at it. Here on the Hellborn side, I mean, you got TteS, Gravekeeper, and Hammerstorm all kind of doing pretty well. Wretched Hag is definitely leading the way overall. I mean, she's up to 480 gold per minute now, and I actually think she just purchased those post-haste, so.
Along with the steam boots that she's still holding.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, she got the attack speed buff from it still.
Yeah.
And you can change it still and whatnot.
1,500 gold for 25 attack speed.
Right. If anything, I guess it's a case of, you know, if there's nothing else that's going to be there, why not? But that is always odd seeing one for each foot, right?
Yep.
The old joke there. Hellborn team, TteS Esports, they're going to group up here at the bottom lane, and it looks like they're going to try to make a little bit of a push happen. Again, Gravekeeper especially, he will be able to do that for you with what is now, of course, the level 3 ultimate, the Zombie Apocalypse, as it's called. Not going to do that, though. Instead, they're going to go as a, they're really just sticking together as a team, it looks like. And just going to farm some Ancients now. Conqueror obviously up. I don't know how many times it's been killed, if any. Again, we are kind of jumping into this game now, once again resuming it, but yeah, there is vision by both sides with that said.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, too, is that I just wish Cheese Helmet would have gone for a Hellflower. I feel like they need that lockdown onto a Hag that, you know, no doubt is going to get a shrunken head at some point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, unless you get some very, very fast lockdown stuns, one after the other, very, very perfectly timed, then Hag's just gonna, that Shrunken Head's just so effective against their entire team. Like, yeah, you have good auto attacks from Hammerstorm. The only other way that you can kill them is having a TteS ultimate and then pummeling auto attacks onto that. But you have the Parasite for that. Even the Parasite to cancel that TteS ultimate.
Yeah.
It does look like Enzo is going to try to go for a Nullstone himself, which will be very effective. And he'll actually have that in about, what, 600, 700 gold or so. And that'll be really good for him.
Look at N4. I mean, N4 is level 16, by the way. I mean, yeah. So she has that level 3 ultimate. She can port obviously 4/5 of her team in a sense, herself, and then 3 others. So that's quite the tool room. In fact, she might use it right here. She's paired up with Magnus and Parasite currently. Might try to send them somewhere to set up some ganks. Definitely heroes that by all means can. But at the same time, it seems this answers, you know, a little bit why TteS Esports is all just really sticking together. When you have an N4, especially at level 16 to deal with in this very aggressive team that can come out of nowhere, you got to be careful at all times. There's always that on your mind of, is she coming in? Is she coming in? And you also got a Fade, is level 18, obviously. She's able to jump in with her Invis. So, yeah, it makes sense why TteS Esports has this very this mindset of, we need to stay grouped up because the second one of us gets spotted a little bit by ourselves, it's going to be an easy pick. So that they are. Parasite is going to join up with the rest of them. And again, 4 of them are up here, but still not going to take advantage of at least an N4 just yet. Another 3,200 gold saved up on Slicks. I mean, he is farming pretty damn fast here. It is really starting to jump up now, nearing the 500 gold per minute mark now, as he's going to clear up some double stack Ancients. So what is next in line for Slicks? Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
With his build.
I'm guessing Thunderclaw. That's the only reasonable,
only logical explanation, of course.
Yep.
It would be hilarious if he actually right-clicks like a charged hammer here.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as the Hellborn team is concerned, and you know what they got to look forward to, the 2,800 gold on Gravekeeper. So he's going. You mentioned that Hellflower. I definitely agree with you there.
He really, really needs it. Like he really needs it. They need. I mean, Hag will die very, very fast. You just got to lock him down. And with the Shrunken Head up onto him, and if you don't have any, fast lockdown spells, like the Hammer Stun still has some travel time. It's still relatively easy to pop that Shrunken before it hits. The TteS Stun, that's pretty quick, but you got to be fast to follow up with it. He does have a Null Stun on a TteS now. This is going to be huge for his team.
Yeah, that is big. You were talking about that earlier, so that's definitely a good pickup for Enzo right there. Double damage room, by the way, on Hag, but she's just going to continue to farm with it now. She's nearly 5,000 gold saved up, so something's got to be. How's our buyback situation, by the way? It looks like Hag and Fade have both used 1 buyback, and then you got Gravekeeper and Hammerstorm on the Hellborn side, both using a buyback as well. So just, again, it's looking at things like that as we are jumping in. Missing a good portion of the game, unfortunately, but double Arcana just purchased on Cheese Helmet, so he is going to be going for the Hellflower. That is definitely good to see for TteS Esports' sake. Keep going back to the lockdown potential, especially on the Hag, is definitely there with the Hellflower. So yeah, that's going to be a big key for them.
That's effective too, but I feel like it's really going to have to be coupled with a Blink. Like, I don't know how he's going to get in the right position to just kind of walk up and, what's he going to do? Walk up and just Hellflower Hag? Like, he's just going to blink away before.
Stand there. Wait.
Yeah. And then after Hellflower, you wait and just don't move. Let Hammer come in, stun you. Okay, just wait there. So you're going to need some initiation yourself.
She right-clicks at Demonic, by the way. That's Hag.
Okay. So, well, I can't complain with that. I think Demonic is always good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best items in the game for the late games.
Yep. Yeah, so that's definitely a very solid choice. Increase the attack speed, the minus armor, the plus armor, and everything else. Obviously, doing plenty for Wretched Hag. So that's going to be delivered right here. So now she's nearly full. I guess obviously she could still sell the Steam Boots by all means and buy one more item, and she could technically upgrade the Whispering Helm into a similar rage. Middle lane, the Hellpoint team again kind of pushing it out a little bit. You see Fade. Fade is constantly in the invis, man. I mean, this is what you can do, though, with a level 3 ultimate Fade. Just constantly scout around with it. You cut through the trees, of course. Try to find people. Hellflower delivered to Gravekeeper. So, again, in theory, that's great. But in practice, is it going to work without a portal key? We'll see here for Cheese Helmet playing the Gravekeeper. But obviously joining up at a time where, again, understandable, especially for TteS Esports. They want to do their best to just keep farming right now. Get that Hammer Storm beefed up, continue to get the Gravekeeper built up. But, yeah, I mean, at the same time, you are just buying more and more time for Wretched Hag to get even more. Holy crap. She literally just walked up to the mid-creep wave, bat blasted it, then walked away.
All right.
What the That's 135 second cooldown that she just used. Didn't even think about it. It's like, oh, I just want these creep kills quickly. There you go.
Maybe they just want to fight. So, here, come push on us. Yeah. I don't have my bat blast. Uh-oh.
You know this, guys.
We're going to
use it.
Yeah.
But my Restoration Stone is coming.
See? I told you, man. That's such a great strat.
He does that on Forsaken Archer a lot, too. I know we mentioned that. Granted, Forsaken Archer's ultimate is a lot less of a cooldown, that's for sure. Anyways, Conqueror is being attempted here, and actually there is no vision anymore by SG. They did a good job of taking care of it. They got a Bound Die, of course, I'm sure. Yeah, Bound Die and Plague Rider. They are going to get this Conqueror kill. Yep. Unless SG ports in next couple seconds with NIM4 maybe, but I don't think that's happening. So good sneak Conqueror here for TteS Esports.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it looks like NIM4 wanted to do something or wanted to maybe port somewhere. She's walking around trying to follow some people, but yep, Conqueror would get killed in favor of TteS Esports, and the Token of Life does go to Cheese Helmet. So
yeah,
he will really need that blink. Hopefully he sells
a helm at this point.
His helm, yeah, absolutely, his helm, and then he would have it actually.
If that's what he chooses.
Or he could sell his Alchemist Bones, use one more charge, sell that. He doesn't really need that right now. I feel like the helm is still going to make him, kind of tanky, and that's good for him.
Yeah. Is this really a hero that relies on right-click attack speed?
Not so much.
Not so much, yeah. Especially with that passive. It's kind of an awkward passive in the sense that, yeah, it can be very useful, but you constantly need to be, it's not just like your other passives where it's just charges and every couple of auto attacks it procs. You have to pick up corpses.
Right.
Including the one that you throw, sure, but you still got to run up to it to get it. So, yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see the Alchemist Bones actually being sold as well. But for now, still pulling up some gold, 1,700. And again, TteS Esports just staying grouped up. I'm guessing, finishing a Behemoth start on Hammerstorm could also be very useful for them. So
yeah,
that's perhaps what they're going for here too.
That would be strong. Man, we must have jumped in at a very untimely time, though, because it seems like nothing has happened since then. We've seen some Bat Blast be used on creeps, though. That was fun.
It is off cooldown now, so that's good.
No, now you can use it on these neutrals.
I just love the sarcasm, man. I love the sarcasm. It's just so obvious. Yeah, again, there happened to be a fight right before we did come back, sure enough. But obviously, with just at the same time, we don't just want to sit here through all these pauses that constantly seem to be happening. But again, that's another here now. We are back in the game, and that's a good thing. Hellborn team, TteS Esports, all 5 grouping up here in the middle lane. Is that a double? No, that's just an ultimate. I thought that's a double damage effect on TteS for a second.
I know.
The trees, though.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's on the smaller heroes. Covers them all up. Anyways, this middle tower easily going to be pushed. You do have Wretched Hag, level 24 now. Jesus, she is pushing the bottom lane.
And Parasite. Those people forget that the heavy ballistas, when you take over them at a late level for Parasite, just destroy towers.
Yeah. Port's coming in, so Parasite and Wretched Act both going to fall back. You got Gravekeeper, of course, porting in as well, and that will be that. Meanwhile, actually, Burning Shadows coming out for Fade, hitting 2 heroes. Plague running back in. Magnus Lava Surge, though, pretty big right there. Are we going to see a Plague? Maybe. They are spreading out. Shrunken Head activated on the Fade, but in the end, not going to be a kill, so... Good save right there, and actually running back in. Now Magnus going to be chain stun right there. Parasite with the face, I got a Hammer Storm. He's trying to fall back there. Wretched Act blinking in. TteS ultimate not going to be used just yet. He already activated the Shrunken Head, but Parasite taking over the minion. Eruption being channeled in the background. He jumps right onto a Luna right there. The Bat Blast uses as well. Luna will fall, but now here comes Gravekeeper with that token alive. Ultimate from him. The Zombie Apocalypse coming out. Magnus will fall as Hammer Storm locks in. And look at those zombies all chasing. Want to go nom 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 on the Wretched Hag, but she is going to blink away and will be fine. But I think the Hellborn team now, they're pretty confident making a push right here. As Nymph4 is actually still in some trouble, as she is just jetting through. She's going to try to TP out with her ultimate. That's a long channel, though. Oh, my God, wow, she really? Did.
Okay.
No stuns.
No one wanted to use their stun ability.
Tempest stun was on cooldown. I did notice that.
Yeah, you had the Corpse Toss and the Hammer stun, but just fogged him a little bit too good, or too much.
Yeah.
And was able to get the port out with a long port that is the
4
teleport.
4 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow, yeah, it is 4 seconds. My God.
Yeah, it's a long time. Now, Magnus did have money for a buyback, but obviously really wasn't forced to use it right there, so good job by him. Level 25 Hag now, by the way. I will say Hag, the Bat Blast that fight, I mean, they used a lot, the Eruption and the Bat Blast, to really just kill the Illuna.
Yeah.
That's your, your ward support over here on TteS Sports, so that was maybe a questionable decision on Stay Green's part, but in the end, I don't know. I mean,
well, you also didn't get a chance to have the Tempest use his ultimate. Like,
yeah,
he was trying to find the opening. If he had an ultimate right there to use, it could have been huge because it is pretty much uncounterable at this point. You're gonna have to have both. Like, where's that Skeleton King? Did they lose that? I saw Slicks take over that Skeleton King. Oh, here we go, top lane.
Yeah, Plague Rider in trouble. Tempest coming in, but the Shrunken Head is going to be used right there. No Stone's being deactivated. Plague Rider will fall. Way too much damage, especially when Wretched Hag got here. So a great pick off at the top lane. They used Nymph4 for that, and Nymph4 ported a couple of them in there at least. And Plague Rider cannot buy back. He has 1,200 gold, but he's just out of buyback apparently. He's level 19, so they will not have that presence here. Granted, I don't know if Stay Green's going to necessarily look to push for the time being. They are still sitting back.
Savage Mace was purchased by Wretched Hag.
Jeez. God, her farm is gone crazy. She's now at 571. Tempest actually getting cut out here as Fade was still sticking around. Hammerstorm does in, but the damage already done, and now Hammerstorm might have actually fed himself as well. Moravis dropping. He has that Behemoth's Art. The Galvanize being activated, but just too much damage.
Double
and
damage.
Now they're in trouble. Was there a double? Oh, wow. Now the Savage Mace wasn't actually delivered yet, but still the double damage room. There's the Savage Mace. Now what's our buyback situation now? None. None of them can buy back. This is going to be a massive push by Stay Green. Yep. That's at least 1 rack, maybe 2. Gravekeeper says, I'm going balls to the wall. The Zombie Apocalypse coming out, trying to lock down Wretched Hag, doing some decent damage, but Hag putting the damage back on to Gravekeeper. He will fall. Of course, going to come back up after the token alive, but now he's going to be locked down once again, and Gravekeeper will go down. That might have done it right there. In fact, there you go. Immediate GG concede. And Stay Green officially takes the first game, so it is over with game number 1 trophy.
We didn't get a chance to see the Tempest ultimate. That was uncounterable. Now, like I said, it could have been countered if you already deactivated the Null Stone and then went on to him. But just straight up, the Shrunken Head blink it's uncounterable. We didn't get a chance to do it. And also at the very end there, you had like 3 seconds left on the DD Hag. I would have at least waited until that DD went away and then try to initiate onto him. But too much farm and Hag, and they just got picked off one on one or 1 by 1 at the end there.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to see a real clean team fight from TteS Sports. So SG takes game 1.
Yeah, again, lasted a while there, but hey, it is over.
2-hour
game number 1 goes in favor of Stay Green over TteS Sports, of course. So congratulations to them. Obviously, we are going to now we're officially going to take a short break here, and hopefully return to you with what will be game number 2 now in this series. Again, crossing our fingers. Issues are done. We're moving on now here in this series. So game number 2, we got Stay Green taking on TteS Sports. That will be coming up after the short break. So